All right, cyber traders, welcome on back here this Monday afternoon, shortly after 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And it looks like AI is finally beginning to make a nice pop back above 27. Just broke under it. I thought we were going to see it begin to tail off a little bit further. So, that's actually a good sign there. Great to see all of our students and members inside our live trading room, though. Mark, Ron, Michael still sticking with me here. I'll tell you what, I don't know what hit me like midday. I had like a bad allergic reaction. I was teaching one of our swing trading classes just a moment ago. Thankfully, I am doing a hell of a lot better now than I was in that class. I was like fighting for my life there. I don't know what happened there. But we are good now. Hopefully, continues to be good to go heading into the close. Markets have been pretty much nowhere today, up and down in a range. Just a moment ago, tried to pop a little bit higher, but coming back down now to the 410, the SPY. But hey, the talk of the morning here has been the talk of last week, and that's been all of the different AI trades, right? Between the BBAI, AI, and SOUN. And really this morning it was the SECO that was up the most in pre-market. Some news in relation to AI software, Chat GPT, and all that good stuff. It ended up having a nice pop after 9:30, this one at least, but ended up topping off just right around that reversal time, actually a little bit beforehand, and with that ended up just trending down beautifully from that stage. So right now for the afternoon, not too thrilled about this SECO stock, but that's where we could say, hey, hopefully the AI could build off of 27 right now. I was just looking for support to build off of 27. And right before this meeting started, it broke right below it without looking back at the time until, well, right when I started this meeting. So I'm not in this trade now. I was going to be in this trade. It's starting to make a pop and a move up without me. Damn it. All right. So hopefully there's more time for good old Josh here to jump in on this trade. But hopefully even furthermore for any of our students inside our live trading room, any of our members on YouTube, Facebook Live, LinkedIn, Twitter. This still looks pretty sharp going into the close. Definitely making the better reaction now off that 27 there. So SOUN, another one that we'll look to focus on. Richard called this one out going into the meeting. It was actually looking the best of the different AI trades at the time. The BBAI has been choppy, at least from the morning. It's moving back up right now towards 6 in the VWAP price right now. All of them look good. I feel like the AI and the SOUN, I'll put near the top of our list here for right now. I'll put the BBAI on there too. I'll try and separate this one kind of from those two at the top. Mark says, must be that Florida sun. Well, I'll tell you what, 4 o'clock cannot come soon enough, Mark. It is like 82 and blue skies out here, so I get my daily dose of vitamin C in here in a little bit, or vitamin D, I should say. With that, let's go from top to bottom, though. Otherwise, the BBAI ran really well for us, at least heading into the early to mid-afternoon. The OMER trade also made a nice pop in the mid-morning, so let's talk about those. Here we are. Bed Bath Beyond, another big run up. I took my eyes off this trade as it crashed back below 460 here. So it actually picked back up pretty nicely, moving back up and above towards 5. Do I have Bookmap open for this trade? Damn, I don't. I'll bring it up right now. Just give me a second or so. It's my Jeopardy music there. As we wait, you got a pretty big iceberg order up top at 5, about a 243, 244K iceberg sitting there, making a very strong move back up towards that price. So, yeah, obviously we'll put Bed Bath Beyond on our main watch list. That's our key resistance to watch for the meantime. If it breaks above 5, I would guarantee there is something in between 5 and 6, but, 6 would be your next major level ahead. All right, so if Bed Bath Beyond is moving, may as well throw a dart in the wall and hope it lands. What's AMC up to? All right, so AMC up 6.5%. Actually, it was looking pretty nice up until before. Bed Bath Beyond, the much better trade right now as we stand. GameStop, also another meme stock, up pretty big today, near 5%. Trying to make another explosive pop. What about the swing trade that we were out on this morning, the BuzzFeed trade? That one pulled back. It's not looking nearly as good as some of the others, though. Look at like Peloton here. PTON was pretty hot over the last week. Carvana. None of those viral type of, Reddit type of stocks are moving as well. So, if I go back to the main two, the GameStop and the AMC, I'll tell you what, neither are really looking extremely great. The Bed Bath Beyond is the best of those, so that we're going to feature at least on our list. Maybe I'll come back to GameStop at the tail end. I'll at least write that down for the side list there. All right, so we kind of just ran through a few different ones in unison right there, didn't we? So we'll kind of just regroup from the top here. IVDA, not doing a whole lot there. The OMER. So the OMER trade, we saw this build up pretty nicely up over 420 and making another move over up and above 420 right now. So, for right now, it still looks kind of strong. I would look to see 450 get flipped into that support. If it just blasts right over 450 and runs right away, then so be it. We'll try and react if it does, but I would look to see a couple tests of 450, get that flipped into support. For right now, the OMER trade still looking pretty strong, though. I'll put this on our main list. All right, little pop and drop on Argo blockchain. I guess obviously a crypto Bitcoin mining, perhaps affiliated stock. SOUN already on our list, looking pretty good, pretty healthy there. Nice run back up. ELYS, I mean, this looks kind of slow, so that would be the only reason as to why I don't follow this. But just from the early afternoon, made a nice trend back up, broke a new regular session HOD. Not a pre-market high though, right? Oh no, and this has a ton of after-hours activity here back from Friday last week. Looks like so. It seems like it. I mean, it might have a lot of quote-unquote recovering to do to pop back up towards 2. But when you look at this chart, it just doesn't really look as if it's going to make that bigger move up towards 2. Maybe we can squeak 20 cents out of it, get up towards 150. I'll write this down on the side list here with the GameStop trade, ELYS. Not really the best one out there right now, I feel. All right, now I'm kind of dipping into the cheapies here. So I don't want to say I'm at the bottom of the barrel here on the gainer side right now, but you got Blue Apron, the BBAI is on there already. There's the TMC trade from Ravina earlier. Pulling back right now, it doesn't really have much news out on it, no earnings or any of that. So, if it ends up making another big run back up to the highs, then we'll call it out from that point. But that looks kind of weak there, that last shakedown. And the ARQQ. All right, so let's hop over to the loser side right now. Again, markets haven't really gone much of anywhere today, so I wouldn't really say that there's going to be up or down a whole lot on either side. Let's just see what we can get here. Whole bunch of stuff hard to borrow to top the loser side off. I'll really click on the ones that are down a whole lot and see if there's any dead cat bounce opportunity. But otherwise, if you can't short it, then so that's where I kind of jumped to TWOU. I don't know what number this is, 15 or 14 here, down 13+% at the lows. It is shortable on my platform, at least. It is liquid, so I do like that as well. Consistently tight spread since we started to look at this trade on the way down to whole numbers support off 11. Let me just check the news out on this trade. Was this earnings based here from the end of last week, and then it's just dropping back down again today? Let me just double check. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening there. TWOU shares trading higher after the company reported better than expected Q4 EPS and sales results. So, why the drop? Why the drop? I mean, hey, either way, we'll take it as a short heading into the close. I would look for support off the 11 level, though, at first. There doesn't seem to be an iceberg order there, but it looks like a good short. I don't mind putting this on our main list. Stitch Fix, a little slow for my liking. Pass on that right now. GOTU, same deal. And I feel like that might just about wrap it up here, folks. Really, I mean, if there's anything else that looks good, type it in now. Type it in the chat board. All right, I'm going to check Benzinga Pro pretty briefly here, folks, and then we'll wrap up, seeing if there's anything else that's like making a sudden pop or drop right now. I also got to check social media streams too. I have not done that yet, so let's check out STIX, not SFIX, STIX. Not much happening there. You know what? Let me actually adjust my volume criteria right now. I can see why We're picking up some pretty crappy stocks here. The Express trade is not looking much better, that's for sure. All right, I think that we're pretty much good here. There's not much else that I'm picking up on my scans right now that look too tempting. The only other thing, and I'm thankful I actually just ran into this literally right now, the GNS trade. It doesn't really look the best, but it certainly doesn't look the worst. I mean, if there's a chance for this to try and run back up towards the highs here, and certainly if the order book can fill in more, there's a chance for this to, run higher into the close. It's been a really healthy trade over the last several days, last couple of weeks at the least. You know what? I'll put this on our list just on the very bottom. I do wish the order book filled in a lot more from here, but we'll see what's ahead. Mike saying GWN hard to borrow, but could be a gap fill this week if you can get the shares to short it. So we'll take a look. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad thought. Definitely good side list stock at least. And, if you're already in that trade, Mike, hopefully things work out. Things are probably looking good for you already. Definitely a good opportunity, though. I like that. Nice gap. Mark says easy to borrow on Thinkorswim. So there's a good follow-up there, Mike. All right, folks, going once, going twice, going 3 times, and I think that may just about do it. I got 2 stocks I'd said I'd go back to. That's it, right? GameStop. Bed Bath Beyond, I feel like, is the better trade anyway. So not even because it's cheaper, just because it's way more liquid, and because it's like just really running up pretty nicely. So that's more of the reason as to why. But yeah, for right now, no great need to put GameStop on our main list, and the ELYS like kind of dropped off a tiny amount, flash drop, and if this ends up pushing up a little bit higher after, we'll call it out once Rich is on the mic at 3 o'clock. But I think for right now, between the 3 different AI trades, you got the Bobby J back in action, BBBY that is, and who the hell knows with this GNS? I did not expect to run into this up over 5% right now. And actually, this is back over a really strong level for the time being, right off of 709, 712, quintessentially a doji. I know we're off by a few pennies there on the daily, but I mean, for as much of a run-up as the stock had to have, a really tight close like this, that 712, 709, that range is pretty strong. So it's actually breaking back above it right now as we speak. Hopefully there's a lot more left to come on this one as well. All right. So for all of us in social media, Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, hey, if you have any other questions, feel more than free to send it over right to my email address. Josh@ctutrading.com is my email address. I always like to post that at the end of these streams here. If you're interested in joining our live trading room, just go right down to the link on the green banner below the stream right there to get yourself set up, to get yourself started. But for Michael and Mark and Ron and all of us here live inside the live trading room, I'll be in the chat board up until 3:30. You got Rich on the mic from 3 to 4 o'clock going into the close. Talk to you folks soon. Take care.